On a quiet, moonlit evening, sitting out on a balcony, an old man named Appa starts a bedtime story for his grandson, Anay. Anay asks for a story, and Appa chooses the Ramayana, one of the oldest and most sweeping epics in human history. The hero of this epic is Lord Rama. He is the ideal son and leader, characterized by his deep kindness, physical bravery, and profound respect for his elders. Look at this towering spire. This is the skyline of ancient Ayodhya. Rama was the royal heir set to inherit this magnificent, sprawling kingdom. His flawless moral compass and unquestioned right to the throne make the sudden, jarring turn of events that follows completely devastating. On the eve of his coronation, Rama's father, King Dasharatha, is forced to honor an old promise to Queen Kaikeyi. She demands that her own son, Bharatha, take the throne instead. She demands an even harsher penalty. She insists Rama be banished to the dangerous wilderness for 14 long years. To young Anay listening on the balcony, this sounds completely unfair. Rama, however, does not argue. He calmly accepts the exile to preserve his father's honor and keep a sworn oath. Here, in this ancient stone relief carving, we see Rama does not stand alone in his exile. His wife Sita and his loyal brother Lakshmana firmly refuse to stay behind in the palace. As the palace gates close behind them, Rama exchanges his royal silks for the simple clothes of a wanderer. By walking away from the throne, he places his commitment to his father's word above his own desire for power. For a time, the three of them carve out a peaceful, quiet life among the trees of Gadandaka forest. That peace is shattered by this figure. This mural depicts Ravana, the powerful 10-headed demon king. He targets the exiled royals and kidnaps Sita, spiriting her away to the island fortress of Lanka. Facing a vastly superior enemy force, Rama completely resists the urge to rush blindly into a hopeless fight. Instead, he navigates the wilderness to build a formidable coalition. He earns the allegiance of the Monkey King Sugriva, and as we see captured in this dynamic stone sculpture, the immensely strong and devoted warrior, Hanuman. Rama recognizes that the coming conflict with Ravana is too great for any one warrior to face alone. This massive gathering of diverse allies creates a powerful, unified force capable of attempting a daring rescue across the sea. The hope Rama placed in his new allies is justified when Hanuman takes a daring step. He clears the ocean in a single massive leap, infiltrating Lanka to find Sita and reassure her with Rama's signet ring. To move an entire army across that same water, the Vanara warriors begin dropping massive boulders into the waves. They build a pathway of stone where none existed, carving a road through the sea toward Ravana's island fortress. Once they cross, they clash directly with Ravana's entrenched demon forces in a brutal, sprawling war. After a long, grueling campaign, Rama finally pierces Ravana's defenses, defeating the Demon King and rescuing his wife. The conflict proves that regardless of how heavily fortified or intimidating cruelty might seem, truth and righteousness carry the strength to outlast it. With the war won and the 14-year exile finally complete, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana make the long journey back home to Ayodhya. We can see the echo of their arrival in this historical photograph. The citizens of Ayodhya illuminated the dark, moonless night with endless rows of small oil lamps to guide their rightful king home. Look closely at these brightly lit clay diyas. Millions of people light these exact same lamps today to celebrate the festival of Diwali, directly tracing their tradition back to that ancient welcome. The holiday serves as a literal, physical reenactment of hope and light returning to a community after a long period of darkness. Back on the moonlit balcony, the story wraps up. Little Anay turns to his grandfather and asks what he is supposed to learn from all these battles and exiled princes. Appa distills the massive epic into a few clear rules. First, always speak the truth. Second, respect your parents and elders. Third, treat others with kindness. He finishes with the hardest lessons. Stand by what is right and trust that goodness ultimately wins. With those ideals firmly planted in his mind, Anay closes his eyes, drifting off to sleep with visions of heroes and mountain-lifting monkeys. The true power of the Ramayana lives right there on that balcony. It survives because for thousands of years, one generation has sat down with the next, passing the torch of righteousness forward.